Alrighty, should start working in a couple seconds. I think I did everything correctly. I think that was... Yep. Alrighty, give everybody a couple seconds. I think it should have worked. Because sometimes... Yeah, I think you actually are first. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello. Yes, I am live. This is a live stream. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I was looking earlier. Why do we exist? That is a very deep question. I have no idea. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Everything should be working properly. At least I hope so. Yeah, I was looking at my like my video chart earlier, like on YouTube. There's like a thing, and it says like, you know, how many views you get and all this other stuff, and it said 999 videos, and I realized I was like, holy cow, I'm really that's one video away from 1,000. So I decided to do the 1,000 for the actual live stream. Hello, everybody. I think everything should be working properly. Yeah, I'm having some issues with some of the stuff. The chat also stopped, unless I'm the only one seeing that. I don't see the chat moving anymore. Live streaming is always so weird because I'm usually just making normal videos, and then when I have to actually live stream, you have to make sure that everything is like set up perfect and correct, and a lot of times it just doesn't end up working out the way that I wanted to. Yeah, the chat is definitely not moving anymore. I don't even know if that is supposed to be happening or if just no one is actually messaging. Not even sure anymore. Oh boy. All right. I see more people coming into the actual room, but no more messages. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on. If you can hear me out there, I assume everyone can hear me correctly, hopefully. I see that more people are coming into the room, but there's no indication that anyone is like actually writing, because I have like the side computer so I can actually see people writing in the chat, but there's no chat going on, so I might have done something wrong, which would be really annoying. No, I shouldn't have done anything wrong. I don't think I did anything incorrectly. Everything is the exact same way as it always is. I just can't see the chat for some reason. Yeah, something's wrong. Oh gosh, YouTube, my goodness. Let me try. Hold on 1 second while I try something really stupid. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can just like not relaunch it, but try and do something. Anyway, while we wait for me to try and figure out if I'm doing all of this correctly, I hope everyone out there is having a good day. It just really, it's so annoying. I mean, for those of you who don't know, recently YouTube has been having like a lot of issues anyway, so I assume this is another part of the debacle. There we go, freaking finally. Okay, all right, I'm seeing the chat again. That was really, really weird. Like, I had to like restart YouTube and everything on like the other side of the computer. Thank you all very much for the congratulations. Yeah, I see that you can all hear me perfectly. But for some, no, it's really, really weird. Like, there was no text on my side. It was just like completely frozen. It was kind of like the app had kind of like was just not moving. So I was like sitting here talking to myself as looking at the coin prices, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's great. No one's talking. Can I see you? No, I cannot see you. Sweden, very weird. Mine stuck too. Yeah, I would try and if yours is stuck, maybe just reload YouTube or try and maybe close the tab and reopen the video. I don't know. It's a very odd thing. Congrats from Texas. TMI broke the internet. Maybe I did. Why do we exist? A very strong question. Hi TMI. Spain, stagnant prices, man. TMI Sunday live stream, perfect. Best out of the TMI. Belgrade, 2 videos, 2x videos. Yeah, I mean that 2K video. That's gonna be completely insane. I didn't even think I'd make it to 1,000. I mean, it has been like, to be fair, it's been like 2 years, but I still didn't expect to ever actually hit video 1,000. Atlanta, Colorado. If you've got 500 to invest, where should I invest it? I'll try and get to that in a bit. Oslo, Seattle. Litecoin below 68 now. Where's Litecoin? Really? It says 71 here. A lot of them give really weird prices. I've noticed like across the price world, everyone has completely different prices. It's kind of weird. Congrats on your 1K video. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the videos. Hi from San Francisco, UK calling in. London, Wakanda, amazing. How's Wakanda doing this time of year? What kind of weather do you guys have? Latvia, Kansas City. Have you looked into quantum by any chance? Would you hate me if I said no? Atom pumping. I feel like I read something about that coin earlier, and I don't remember if it's actually good or bad. Don't even hate me. Bitcoin Atom, stop it. Stop it right now. Georgia, Mexico. What is happening with Cardano? Where is Cardano? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. As I was scrolling down, I saw 2 cents, and I thought that was Cardano's price, and I was like, yeah, what is happening with Cardano right now? That would not have been nice. How would I invest $3,200? That's a very specific amount. It depends on your risk tolerance. I have a couple of friends and family members and stuff like that. They usually ask me how to invest some type of money. And I ask them, it depends on a scale from 1 to 10 exactly how much risk you would like to take, 10 being completely insane and 1 being extremely normal. I don't know if you're talking about the cryptocurrency space. I don't know if you're talking about real estate. I don't know if you're talking about gold and silver, art. It could be a multitude of a trillion things happening right now. What investors do you trust, like in life? Not many, because a lot of them are in the nicest way possible. I mean, not even the nicest way. Like they BS a lot. Like a lot of people just want you to kind of like, I don't know. I can't even. I mean, you guys have definitely seen them before. Like when people ask you for money, when people ask you for so and so, when people ask you, like it's just all these other things. There are very few investors that I trust. Like even like Warren Buffett for a while was supposed to have been my hero because everybody was like, oh my God, you're supposed to love Warren Buffett, and he doesn't. Like he's apparently I've heard that he's also not the nicest person in the entire world, and he kind of craps all over cryptocurrency. So. Not my hero anymore. Thank you very much to Tech Geek for your donation. You're amazing. Thanks for your time and info. Not a problem. It's what I do. It's what I do. Do you invest in heavy metals, TMI? No. There was a time years ago where I thought about investing in like actual like physical gold and silver. And I like took not even like a slight foray into it. It was kind of like, oh, that seems like it could be something really interesting. And then I started learning about cryptocurrencies, and that kind of washed all that away. I mean, especially because I think one of the first things that I saw as well that was actually really funny is that people were like, they were showing charts, and it was a really interesting thing at that time because I think Bitcoin was, I think it had just gone over $1,200, and people were showing all these charts, and they were like, look at the price comparison to Bitcoin to so and so, and how much money you could have made, and like just the percentage. I was kind of like, well, that has made my decision. Did anyone here see the Avengers Endgame? Question for TMI as well. No, I haven't. I was going to try and see it. A couple of my friends managed to get tickets like on the 4th day or 5th day or something like that because it sold out completely everywhere. So I'm going to try and be smart and see it in like a week and a half and just try and avoid as many spoilers as I possibly can. Hopefully the theater is going to be a bit emptier because I mean, depending on where you go, sometimes theaters can be a bit rowdy, and I want to sit there and just enjoy the movie. I want to see what happens, as opposed to, you know, having 38,000 people sitting around me. Montreal saw it yesterday. Thanos dies. Yeah. Oh, so not to even, you know, change directions, but talking about Endgame, like rather no spoilers, because I mean I haven't seen it. But people, some of my friends got really mad because I was talking to them, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Thanos doesn't win, and they were like legit upset with me, and I was like, but you know he's the bad guy. Like the point of a part 2 is so that the good guys can win this. And I mean it was, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. All right. So anyway, you guys know exactly what's been going on this week. It's been a very, first of all, side note, if I sound a little out of it, I just woke up. It's been a very weird day. Gray skies. I was supposed to have gone to all these like events and stuff like that around the city with my friends, and I couldn't do it. I just got out of bed. So anyway, like I said, just a little side note, if you hear me sounding a little crazy today. Thank you very much, 100% Jim. I'll double this when you get your 2K video. You're my favorite crypto YouTuber. Thank you very much for any type of donation, any type of support. I do appreciate it as always. The entire Bitfinex thing, I'm very glad that thus far, and I assume that we're not going to continue going into any type of bearish territory. I think that people have finally come to the realization. Hopefully, like a couple of days ago, we had the entire thing that was happening with Bitfinex and Tether. Thank you very much, Bugsy2379. I don't believe in buying stocks, but can you recommend any cannabis ones or thought sense might be a good investment? Actually, you know, I don't invest in stocks anymore, stocks or bonds or mutual funds anymore. I actually know very little about cannabis ones. I've been reading some articles and stuff like that about people saying that this may be like the high time. That wasn't meant as a pun. This may be the time to actually get into that space, simply because it's expected that at some point a lot of the places within the US and also some places in Europe may also start legalizing it, and therefore the stocks may go up. I can't even begin to think of suggesting anything for cannabis, like not even kind of close. But yeah, someone said people still go to the movies. Yeah, I assume so. Yeah. So I think the numbers that we were kind of looking for, apparently according to analysts and stuff out there, was that Bitcoin could not fall below, I think it was like 5,100. A lot of people were talking about that 5,000 was going to be the number that we were also going to hit because of all the stuff that was happening with Bitfinex. Thank you very much, El Capitan, for your donation. Thank you very much, Fajita, amazing, for your donation. PayPal will transfer to your bank account in minutes for 1% fee. Are they using crypto? I don't know. Is it all banks? There's been no news at all about PayPal using any cryptocurrency, not even XRP, not Stellar, nothing. There's been no, I think the only thing that the PayPal owner, CEO, the head honcho of PayPal mentioned before was that I think he likes Bitcoin, or the original intent of PayPal was to be something like Bitcoin in minutes for a 1% fee. They must have some type of like a collaboration or something going on with certain banks who have been like, okay, yeah, you can definitely, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I have no idea how that would even work. Wow, can you guys see that? My screen is like, yeah, that's really weird. Okay, now it's gone. That's actually kind of odd why they would be doing that, or how that even got started. So the point is, despite all the Tether fuss and stuff going on, I don't know. It's very annoying. I'm so there are certain, I'll be completely honest with everyone. There are so many things in the cryptocurrency space that I'm like not tired of, but it's kind of like it should no longer be a discussion, and Tether's kind of one of them. Like there shouldn't be any. Rather, the way that I'm going to phrase this, a lot of people should have realized years ago that Tether was probably, something might have been wrong with the Tether space, the entire thing that's been happening with Bitfinex and all the people who've been, 2 years is a very long time for people. It's like someone like telling you that something is poisonous or like will burn your hand, and you're like, yeah, but other people are using it, and like you look at their hands and they're also burned and you still decide to go touch it. It's very weird. Thank you very much, Greg Tufano, for your donation. Hey, TMI, I don't have the time to stick around, but wanted to pop in and show the support. You kill it. Please do more live streams. They are great. Thank you very much for your donation. I will try to do more live streams. I was planning before to do like, what's it called? I was planning on doing it like at least 2 live streams per week. I was thinking like Tuesday and Friday or something like that. That completely fell apart. I'm trying to do so many other things now, so many other projects, but I will definitely try to at least do 1 live stream a week. But I like the idea of like doing like 2 or 3 live streams, because there's always so many random ridiculous things happening around the cryptocurrency space. Thank you very much, Age 8 Prodzins XNS. While you're live, congrats in 1,000 episodes. Love to listen to you in the morning. You've helped me, and I'm sure many keep faith in BTC. Thank you very much for your donation, and thank you very much for your message. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's difficult to see exactly where all of this is going. This is why I had a couple of videos a couple of months ago where I made sure to kind of let everyone know, like, I don't lose faith, but there are definitely some days where I kind of sit there, like I look at the prices and I'm kind of like, And then you realize, and you kind of put everything together, and you realize, like, even the news that we've had from like eToro and Fidelity and the stock exchanges and like all these other major banks and all these other like pension funds who are getting into it, it's clear where the space is going. It's just, I think a lot of times, even as people, I think we need to see numbers going up to kind of keep our faith in any type of situation. But it's clear, level head, everybody. Make sure to not pay attention to any of the, I hate the word FUD, but don't pay attention to it. Make sure you keep right ahead, because this entire situation is going to be absolutely magnificent within the next couple of months. What is your forecast on the price of BNB? I don't know. I know it's going to go very high. I can't give you a number at all. The fact that this is the best performing coin this year, even with Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin was 32. It's at 53. Ethereum was 70 or 80 or something like that. Now it's 160. I think Binance Coin has a very, very bright future. I don't see the people from Binance, I don't want to say the word stumbling, but I just don't see them kind of doing anything hyper wrong in the next couple of months that would cause the coin to really slip in price. I told you, I've already seen price predictions like during the next bull run of Binance Coin hitting a couple $100. I don't even think that's going to be incorrect at this point. I can foresee a future where Binance Coin at least hits $250, or at least over the next year or two. Thank you very much, Dewey's, for your donation. Hey man, been watching you since mid-2017. Awesome. After I got into Ken ICO, your advice helped me a lot with my portfolio. One love, keep grinding. Same to you. Thank you very much for your donation. Thank you very much for your message. I mean, it's insane, especially if you see like the difference between 2017, like where the cryptocurrency space was, how many people are in it now, how many companies and corporations and banks and institutions. Great things are ahead, without a doubt. Thank you very much, Adept1, for your donation. No NBC has selected BTC as the second line draft pickup for the year. I think we should all run for the hills. Wait. So you're gonna hate me because I feel like I should know what NBC is. It's not the channel station, and I'm going to assume it's also not a coin. No. Wait, no, I'm pretty sure you don't mean that. Has selected Bitcoin as the second line draft pick. Oh, that must be for basketball. I think it sounds like basketball. Yeah, like I said, my life runs around crypto, so I read that as a cryptocurrency comment, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. My actual goodness. Thank you very much, Larry Gooch, for your donation. Thank you very, 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 very much. CNBC? Nope, still doesn't make any sense to me. No, I'm joking. I know, I at least know what CNBC is. Someone said XRP to zero, just 30 cents away. Yeah, technically. I mean, Bitcoin's almost on its way to zero as well. If you knock out $6,000 from it, then it'll definitely be there as well. Congrats on the 1,000th video. Thank you very much. I don't know how many of you saw this. I think it's very funny, at least for me. I probably shouldn't be laughing at my own jokes, but it's definitely true. I put out something yesterday on Twitter, and I said, because the SEC and the CFTC take years to do anything, what do you think will happen first? Just so happens, 49% of people have voted that humans will be living on Mars before we get backed, NASDAQ or RSX actually launching. Man, I mean, I wonder how different the cryptocurrency space would be if we did not have the SEC and the CFTC. I understand that, you know, there have been scams and stuff before, but you want to talk about, like, 30 days has gone almost into like 6 months now with the CFTC, and it's completely insane. Someone said, have you lost faith in XRP? No, not at all. No, not really. No, not that I can think of. I mean, it would be nice to see the price move. Like, there was first of all, I kind of spoke about this like 2 weeks ago, and then I also talked about it. I guess I can talk about it even right now. There was just like the charts that we had since the beginning of the year. There was like an article that was a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about the rapid growth of Binance Coin over the course of 2019, and they had a chart, and they were showing it was showing like Binance Coin's like former price and like price right now, and it was showing like Ethereum's price. It was like $70, and then like, you know, 180 something. And then Bitcoin was 3,200, and it was showing Bitcoin at 5,500. And I looked at the chart, and XRP was still 30 cents. And I'm like, just based off of like fundamentals, usage, like future usage that we know is going to actually happen, XRP should have moved up. There are a lot of theories as to why XRP hasn't moved up. It's between a billion and one things. A lot of people think that that people are, dare I use the M word, people think that people are manipulating the price of XRP to kind of keep it stable, to show that the coin is able to be stable for banks and other institutions who are thinking of actually using it, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because we know that the speed of XRP, it transfers in like a second. So there's no, the people from Ripple and other banks who are using it have said that there's no risk when they're using XRP of an actual price change because the transfer happens so fast that they get the transfer really fast, and therefore they don't have to really worry about XRP kind of, you know, going up and down like this. Yeah. I moved like 25% of my XRP to other alts. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been, I think where we are entering a very interesting place in the cryptocurrency world. A lot of people have been selling off their altcoins, and it's not just people selling off XRP. I've noticed a very weird shift in the crypto space the last like 3 weeks. A lot of any coin that hasn't moved or hasn't done as well as they think that it should have, or pretty much isn't doing as well as Binance coin, people have been selling their coins. I've seen a lot of people talking about that they're selling their Stellar, they're selling their XRP. I haven't seen many people saying they're selling EOS. I've seen a couple of people talking about buying Litecoin. A lot of people are rather sold their Cardano and their Tron because of the Cardano thing that happened a couple of weeks ago, where there wasn't a Shelley announcement, and also because Tron is also ranging in the 2-cent area for quite a long amount of time. So a lot of people are shifting their altcoins to different spaces. There was also something a couple of days ago where people were talking about that they thought that, take this with many grains of salt, people were talking about that they think that the altcoin season, air quotes, is over. They think that people are now selling their altcoins and now starting to push them into Bitcoin, which is also something that ended up happening in 2017. Like I said before, a lot of things are mirroring the 2017 crypto experience, where people, it was really weird. I don't have the charts at all. I can't remember where, you know, what the date or the exact time. There was a good week in 2017 where all the prices were moving up, but for some reason, like one day, all the altcoins were completely in red, like 2, 3, 4%. Bitcoin was up maybe 0.5%. And I was sitting there, I was like, what in the world is happening? And then all of a sudden, Bitcoin just started shooting up in price every single day. It was very, very odd. Very, very, very crazy. I mean, yeah, for those of you who aren't looking at the screen, it says, here's why Ethereum is in the early stages of a possible mega rally. A lot of people, thank goodness, are very bullish on a lot of stuff right now. No one's really pessimistic on the future of the cryptocurrency space. I think we need a good move up. I think what the cryptocurrency space needs is just a large push up in Bitcoin's price to kind of get everything going. And I think, I mean, to be fair, somebody got mad at me a couple of days ago and they were like, yeah, but Bitcoin has moved up. Yeah, I got it. Like Bitcoin was 3,200. It was at 5,500. But it's not really like what everybody needs. I mean, ideally, it would be nice if Bitcoin could go over 10,000. That'd be fantastic. But I have a strange feeling we're not going to hit 10,000, obviously, until we hit 6,000. But I think we need to hit a certain number that'll kind of like reignite faith in the entirety of the cryptocurrency space. Someone said, sell your XRP to me. Once again, sell your XRP to me. Sounds good. If XRP is that bad, why number 2? XRP is number 3. Love Bitcoin. You sell your XRP because I love buying cheap. Is it worth selling some XRP for ETH? That's just it. Nobody knows. Nobody knows where anything is going to go. We've had certain weeks where XRP starts shooting up in price, takes over Ethereum. Ethereum starts going down in price. And then, you know, you would have made off like a bandit had you just started investing in XRP. I mean, same thing. I dare not utter its words. Same exact thing with Bitcoin Cash. Like a couple of weeks ago, Bitcoin Cash wasn't this high. It was riding off of the tailwinds of the delisting of Satoshi's vision, and you know, no one really knows exactly which coin is going to like do extremely well. Thank you very much, Jim Frank, for your donation. Thoughts on CSC casino coins? CSC. Honest with you, I've never heard of this coin. The volume is extremely low. I mean, it is coin 116, so I'm not expecting an enormous amount of volume there. I myself don't. I assume. I actually don't know. Is this coin like on Tron or on EOS or something like that? Usually, all the major platforms right now, a lot of people are doing the casino games. I would not, me personally, long or bet very heavily on any of these coins like that. Like, the idea is, in case anyone was wondering, when people talk about that we don't need an enormous amount of coins, it kind of comes down to the fact that, logically speaking, Bitcoin with Lightning, Ethereum with Raiden and Plasma, XRP as it is, EOS, all these other coins can also serve as casino coins and tokens as well, just kind of at the moment that they're not. So I would not, like I said, put an enormous amount of money into any of those coins. I only focus on some of the top coins because these are the coins that are also being and going to be used and traded by a lot of the larger institutions. Like, we get news almost every single day that they're either adding Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP or Litecoin over and over and over and over and over. So these are kind of the coins that I would myself bet heavily on. Is Populous a good investment? Is it called Pop? Yeah, Pop. Of course. It's wow. Look at that. Look at that volume. $620. Populous is another coin that you just don't really hear about. We have a lot of coins in the cryptocurrency space that it's not that these coins are not being used. They're just, I mean, not a joke. They're just not popular. Like, no one's really talking about them. They're not in the news every single day. Like, you may get like one bit of information about somebody who's, may have partnered with them, but it's never like a huge mega partnership. Thank you very much, Chip Hua, for a donation. Oh, Crow. Thank you very much, Wes, for your donation. Got into crypto, but felt like getting out a few times, but your video stopped me. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much for your donation. Thank you very much for your message. I mean, this is kind of what it's all about. I mean, I want people to understand and really get where this entire market is going. These mega companies and organizations and institutions and these, billions of dollars are not getting into the cryptocurrency space for the prices to fall and for them to lose money. That's not at all where this space is going. I know it can be really difficult sometimes. Life isn't easy, and you can have a bad day, and then you see the prices of crypto going down, and you're like, well, what's the point anymore? Like, I cannot tell you what to do with your money, but everyone try to hold steady. Like, really try to hang in there. Thank you very much. Rect Spect, interesting name. Phantasm Chain, Soul Real Solid Project. Phantasma Chain. See if I can find that. Phantasma Soul. Okay. Real Solid Project. I have not heard of this in any way, shape, or form. That is $1 volume. I don't even know how you get that. $1 over the last 24 hours caused this thing to go up by 28%. That's quite extraordinary. I mean, it's coin number 640. The little ghost thing looks really cool. I like the color. $1 million volume, kind of awesome. But I mean, okay. I want to try something. Everyone, like, be extremely, extremely honest. I want everybody to tell me why you invest, and I mean this like give me full honesty. Why you personally invest in altcoins that are not within the top 50. That is something that usually puzzles me, and I want to know why everyone feels this way, or feels that they rather, why invest in coins that aren't in the news, that aren't really popular, that aren't really moving, that have really low volume. Someone said, potential for insane gains. I don't. Get rich quick. I don't. For potential, I don't. Thank you very much, Brandon Flando, for a donation. Have you looked into Ethos, Coinbase competitor? I have not. I definitely have not looked into Ethos. The real answer for everyone, Moon Mission. XRP can bridge any value. Speculation, don't do it. Only top 50. Crazy risky, I don't. XRP. Main holdings, BTC, LTC, ETH, ETC. To hit the lottery, I wouldn't. Don't believe in the project. Highest reward. I would never do this. I see so many people, and I mean, it's not even just here, like in general. I read on forums and stuff like that, and people are like, have you guys heard of blah 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 coin? And I'm like, I didn't even know that was a coin. Like, for me, it's very like, if you are spoken about by the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ or any of like the major countries, like, remember we were talking about like a day or two ago how there are like countries around the world who are like only allowing certain crypto, and it's like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Litecoin. Like, those are the only 4 coins allowed in that country. It seems that I would look further deeper into these specific coins, as they seem like some of the safest bets. That's kind of what I can say. It's all about use case, right? But as of right now, it looks like the coins that we have right now, for 2019, they suffice. Like, there's no real need, in my opinion. I don't know what coin it is, but to use coin 880 or 1500 or even 200 and something else, you know, we can kind of do with what we have as of now. Thank you very much, Rainy Steps. Amazing name. Your opinions on Theta. Someone asked me that last time. HEA. Don't have many thoughts on Theta, like, at all. Like, I want to say none. Like, none. Like, I mean, yeah. So someone was asking me before what my portfolio looked like, and I guess this also ties into the why would you buy anything else out of the top 50 question. For those who are unaware, I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, I have XRP, I own 0 Bitcoin Cash, and I do not plan on buying any. I own EOS, I own some Litecoin, like here and there. I think I have like a Binance coin or 2. It's not something that I actively go out to buy, but I'm pretty sure I have like 1 or 2 of them. I have an enormous amount of Tether. I think Tether is probably the greatest coin ever invented. That was a joke for those who missed the other couple of videos. That I have no Tether. I'm not going to have any Tether. I have some Stellar as like a backup. Like, I do believe heavily in XRP, but we know that the partnership with IBM is happening with Stellar, so it only seems logical that one would try to spread out the bets as best they could. Thank you very much, Chris Moretta, for your donation. A late welcome to the video, 1000. TMI does not give financial advice. You're all degenerate gamblers anyway. Hey, don't say that. Thank you for keeping the videos coming. I will try my best. Don't insult people. That's not nice. But yeah, none of this is financial advice. It's just me. Someone said you scared me, bro. I did that before in another video, and I felt so bad because in my head I was like, okay, I know what's gonna come out of my mouth, and I mentioned some coin, and everybody was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, if you've seen even 3 of my videos, you know there are certain coins I'm just not gonna touch. Don't have any Tether. I have some Stellar, not like an astronomical amount. I do feel a little, I want to say the word silly for not having gotten more, you know, many moons ago. Kind of is what it is. I definitely hold Cardano. I don't know exactly how many Cardano I have. Rather, also another way, you should never tell anyone exactly how many of any coin you actually have. Thank you very much, Bugsy2379. Would you rather have 25 LTC or 400 EOS? Not financial advice. I will answer your question in 1 second because I actually like that a lot. Bright. I still think that, for those who don't know, I think I think that Cardano is very undervalued. It's only 7 cents. The last all-time high was like $1.20. I believe, and a lot of people believe as well, that during the next bull run, we will have the possibility of at least doubling, if not tripling, in prices from where we were before. So that's kind of where my couple of my bets are going. I don't hold any Tron. I have no Monero, no Dash. I own a stupendous amount of Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi's Vision. I think it is probably the greatest version of Bitcoin ever created. Once again, bad joke. If you've watched my videos before, you know I have no SV. I have no Tezos, and I kind of wish that I did, because I think I'm falling for the hype of the coin. And don't get me wrong, Tezos is not a coin that I look to for support. I think I'm looking at it more of like a passive income investment thing because of the entire Coinbase thing. However, I can't lose track of the fact that Cardano is soon going to be fully proof of stake, as in the whole, mining pools, what have you, et cetera, et cetera. And also, so is Ethereum. So Tezos, I probably will not be buying any just because. Thank you very much, J. Charles, for your donation. Hey, do you know if Bittrex is going to... Whoa, I clicked on something. Hey, do you know if Bittrex is going to reapply for the Bit license in New York State? First of all, I have to scroll back up. I got to get to Bugsy's first because I definitely was trying to... Anyway, okay, so quickly, I think I have like 3 IOTA, not even joking. No Ethereum Classic. I had some Neo. I sold it all for, I'm pretty sure, XRP. No Maker, no Ontology. And then after that, it kind of like, no. And Omisego. I love Omisego. Like, Omisego is probably one of my favorite projects in the entire world. It's $1.59, not financial advice. When it was around like $1.20, I was loading up. Just a little side note. Would you rather have 25 LTC or 400 EOS? That is an evil question, simply because I was talking the other day, for those who were here, I'm fairly certain there are a lot of price predictions that at some point Litecoin is probably going to go over like $3,000. I think we hit, what was it? Litecoin hit 300 or something before. Where is it? Where's Litecoin? Tell you exactly what it was. There's a lot of speculation. Where is it? All-time high, 379. That obviously at some point Litecoin will probably go over $1,000, and then eventually we could see a I won't even say the $10,000 Litecoin. I'm gonna stick with the 3,000 one. So 3, 4, 70. That's 75,000. 400 EOS. I like EOS a lot, and depending on how crazy you want to get with it, a lot of people have really weird price predictions for EOS. And the craziest price predictions that I've seen have ranged anywhere, or rather the normal price predictions for EOS are ranging anywhere from like $150 to around $300 per coin. A lot of people are saying that if EOS picks up, if the $1 billion that was it Block One? I think Block One. Whoever put the huge amount of money behind the EOS, and they do have all this crazy speculative stuff that's going to be happening in June and all across the long run, that we could see a $1,000 EOS. That is not financial advice, I promise you. To be fair, and I mean this in the nicest way, and rather the most honest way possible, like really though, when I got into cryptocurrencies, especially, you want even more realistic? Ethereum was $7 in January 2017, and then by the end of that year, it went up to $1,300. It is not out of the realm of possibility that EOS could go from $486 to at least $700-800 by the end of this year, should we have some type of spectacular news. Never ever forget that. That is something very important. Bitcoin was at 900, went to 20,000. Ethereum was at $7 and went to $1,300. Never forget that. So there's definitely a possibility that it could eventually happen. And I guess to answer your question after all that time, I will definitely probably say 400 EOS. I could see EOS becoming a major contender over the long run. I think if you had given me like a 300 LTC option, I probably would have been like, maybe Litecoin. But I think because you said 400 EOS, that's definitely, I will have to go with the EOS on that one. So, J. Charles, hey, do you know if Bittrex is going to reapply for the Bit license for New York State? I don't know personally, but I assume that they're going to. I don't think that they're going to kind of let an opportunity pass them by like that. I think the New York State Bit license is garbage. Is the nicest way that I can kind of phrase that. It's completely restrictive to people who are trying to get into the cryptocurrency space. It's restrictive for people who are trying to make money within New York State. Don't know why they implemented that, but I can, whoever gets rejected, I assume they reapply, because while the Bit license is horrible, I think everybody, or at least people who are trying to make massive amounts of money, are definitely trying to work in New York State so they can kind of get some of that billionaire money. Thank you very much, Mexican Charlie Lee. Amazing name. Is 1 BTC, 125 LTC, 100K DGB, 25K ADA, and 300 Omisego a good bag? Not financial advice. I would say if one does have these coins, they are probably going to do very well in the future, especially if we get estimates of Bitcoin hitting anywhere from 100,000 to 1 million, Litecoin going up to 3,000. DGB, I don't know any price predictions for Digibyte. 25K ADA. I've seen over the next 3 to 5 years people talking about a $10 Cardano and 300 Omisego, one of the coolest coins in the entire world. Which I've also seen many price predictions for. Now maybe not so much as many now, because there's so much other stuff happening in the cryptocurrency space. I definitely have also seen $200, $300, $400, $500 price predictions for Omise Go. So if one does have these coins in their possession, I would say they are probably fairly well off in the future. Scrolling down, thank you very much, Stephen McCoy, for a donation. Are digital wallets safe for a cell phone? If so, which wallets? I don't use any digital wallets on a mobile phone. That's because a lot of the news about hacking and stuff like that, I think the app blockchain, like the actual one that's, I think it's from the Bitcoin core developers, or they work on it, or whatever the actual case might be. I used to use that before. I kind of got a little stressed out and scared one day because I was trying to access it, and I think you have to type in like a PIN code or a number code or something like that, or your password, and I kept on getting it wrong. I'm like, by the 15th time that I got it wrong, I had to take a breather, and then I came back to it, and I eventually got the password. It kind of rattled me for a couple of seconds. I think a lot of them are safe if you do plan on using one. Like, really do a lot of research. I'm terrified of mobile hacking and all this other stuff. We live in the future now, so this is kind of the reality that we have to really deal with. I don't, at the moment, use any wallets. I know that blockchain is very popular, as is Toast Wallet, if you're looking for something for your XRP. Scrolling down. Thank you very much, Bugsy2379, for donation. Download Trust Wallet and I'll send you some Tezos. Just give me your Tezos address. That's very nice of you. I will try to remember to do that after the video. Don't judge me. I have not a bad memory. My memory's not all there sometimes. But thank you very much. That's very, very, very kind of you. Scrolling down. Yeah, I made it to the end. Reading some of the comments. TMI, your top 5 to invest in. Not financial advice. Actually, hold on. I'm going to have a sip of water. I've been talking nonstop for like 45 minutes. Hold on. Top 5 to invest in. I will fuse 2 of them simply because I believe in both of these coins equally for the long term, and they are XRP and Bitcoin. So they're number 1 and 1, kind of, you know. After that, people keep giving me similar questions like this, and they're always very evil because, I don't know. Ethereum and EOS also have to be fused. It's difficult. It's impossible. I can't do it. It's impossible to just use. It's impossible to just choose 5 coins because there's so many coins that I actually believe in, and I think that they're going to have a very bright future. Like, even if I had to just choose the top 5, or like literally the top 5, it would just be number 4 gets, kicked out, and it would be like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, Litecoin, done. But it's like, there's so many other coins that I really like. So Bitcoin and XRP are fused into number 1. Ethereum and EOS are fused into number 2. It has to be then Cardano, Litecoin, and then Omise Go. And other coins kind of fall into position 6, 7, 8, 9, so and so and so and so and so and so. Blah, 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 blah. Someone said, oh my gosh, do you do drugs? And so which one? I actually don't do anything for those, or rather for Jacob K, who was wondering. I don't do anything. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. All I do is drink tea and water. That's not a joke. Eat tons of vegetables, tons of fruits. Like, I try to be as healthy as possible. I do eat bad stuff every now and again, like chocolate and burgers and stuff, what have you. But I try to be, like, I don't do anything. Like, I don't even take like Advil or like medicine when I get sick. Like, I just let my immune system take care of it. And that's not a joke either. Not even like a holistic person. I just try to be super healthy, for those who were wondering. Thank you very much, Bugsy, once again, for a donation. Happy Game of Thrones Day for the throne. Best show ever. 90-minute episode tonight. Yes. I have not been more excited for a TV show in a very long time. At the end of episode 2, I kind of sat there, like, like the climactic end, and I sat there and I was like, I knew they were going to make us wait for episode 3. Apparently, episode 3 is supposed to be absolutely insane. I am expecting a lot of people to go to the afterlife in this episode, but I am extremely excited for this. Like, I cannot actually wait. Like, I've seen a lot of like fan theories and stuff like that, and I'm expecting some crazy stuff to go down. Thank you very much, Wally XRP, for your donation. Great videos and education. When TMI coin? I've been asked that more than a couple times. I'm a little not scared. I don't think there will ever be a TMI coin. You know what would be the worst? If somebody made a coin after you, and then you looked at the volume, and the volume was like $50. That would hurt. That would hurt a lot. It would be like one of the worst days in the entire world. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Thank you very much, Crypto and Beer Shipmate, for a donation. Thank you very, very much. Someone said, who buys it tonight? Word, I can't wait. Wine is also good for you. I've heard, but I try to stay. I mean, I have done stuff when I was younger. I mean, it's not like I'm aged at the moment, but it just not really for me, I guess. TMI will be a fork of Bitcoin Diamond. That hurts. It hurts a lot. I'd prefer you say Bitcoin Diamond over Satoshi's Vision. I think I would have just crumbled inside. Very, very sad. Why is everyone saying vet? Vet. Vechain, vet. Seeing a lot of vets. Thank you very much, Chris Moretta, for your donation. What do you think about the trusted group releasing and backing crypto reserve notes? If the group publicized their reserve wallet and note serials, about a trusted group releasing and backing crypto funny that you mentioned this. I read something about this a couple days ago. It's not specifically on this, but it has to do with like fractional reserves and rehypothecation and all this other stuff. And apparently, I don't know how true this is. It was an article they were talking about that a couple of the, and I say I don't know if this is true. This is just what I read. Apparently, a couple of the people who are Bitcoin core developers, they came forward maybe a year or two ago, maybe even longer than that, and they announced that they wouldn't be opposed to the idea of people actually making, physical paper notes that are associated with Bitcoin, that are backed by Bitcoin, which does logically make a lot of sense. And the idea behind this is that if someone were to have like a crypto note or like a crypto fiat currency, not fiat currency, like a piece of paper that was backed by Bitcoin, it would make a bit more sense because we would know exactly how many Bitcoin that they have. It does logically make sense. I think I would need a couple steps to actually get to that point in my mind to actually think of something like that, because the way that I've been thinking about cryptocurrencies for the last years has always been something digital. So I don't think that we're going to get to a point where people will revert back to physical paper or something. But I mean, it would be okay if people released physical notes or crypto notes that are backed by cryptocurrencies that a bank has, as long as they are completely transparent and we could actually see without a shadow of a doubt that they actually hold this amount of coins. So, I mean, I hope I answered your question, because it sounds exactly similar to what I was reading a couple of days ago. Like I said, I don't know if the actual Bitcoin core people were or did say this explicitly, but I mean, it does make a lot of sense. And this also goes back into the, depending on how deep you want to get, the entire Bitcoin one world currency type of thing, where it's kind of like if Bitcoin does become the one world currency, and if banks do hold it, and if one Satoshi is $1, then actually releasing notes for countries that don't have access to internet and what have you. I mean, that's a very deep conversation, but yeah. A lot of, someone said Vechain opinions. I can tell you right now, I don't have a lot. Where is Vechain? I remember Vechain being in the news in 2018. I have not seen much about Vechain very recently. I don't dislike Vechain because I do not know a lot about it. If someone cares to expand a little bit and let the class know why they like Vechain or why they think that Vechain is a good option, I think that would be good, because I know very little about Vechain. I will tell you the truth. I am probably not going to buy up any Vechain in the very near future. Especially, I would consider buying Vechain if the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ came out in the next couple of days and said, we are adding Vechain to our platform. Besides that, I will probably not be Vechaining out. Thank you very much, Paul J.W. Walker, for your donation. Can you start pumping XRP, TMI? How would you like me to start pumping XRP? I don't want to. I never want to have the direct influence over any coin, especially a coin that I did not create. Like, this is why Charlie Lee said he sold all of his Litecoin, because he felt like every single time that he said something, the prices would kind of go up. What exactly does one say in order to pump a coin such as cryptocurrency? Thank you very much, Chris Moretta, for your donation. The problem is a lot don't have internet still. Right, yeah, that's exactly what they were kind of talking about. It's like, I think it's 3 billion people on the planet still don't have access to internet. And a lot of, even more people don't have access to any type of like smartphone or anything like that. Or like a lot of people are still using those old, like the really thick like Nokia phones. I mean, they still work. I had one, I think 2 or 3 years ago. I was digging through my drawers and I like found one and I was like, holy cow, and I plugged it in. Lo and behold, it still works. So people are definitely using these to be able to communicate with each other. I mean, yeah, as long as logically it makes sense. If a government has 20,000 gold bars and we can prove that they have this many and they release fiat currencies or paper currency in accordance with how much gold they have, that's totally fine. We can keep track of all this stuff. I guess the same exact thing would be true for cryptocurrencies. If we can keep track of a country who has 100,000 Bitcoin and they release, what would that be? That'd be wow, my math is completely off. 1 million, like a billion pieces of paper that they'd be able to release? No, more than that, right? If Bitcoin was $100 million, yeah, I think a bit, yeah, definitely more than that. Yeah. Thank you very much, William May, for your donation. Keep up the good work. I will try my best. The Nokia bricks. I used to love that phone. I don't know how many of you ever had one of those old clunky Nokia phones. The battery would last for like 39 and a half days. It was the weirdest thing in the entire world. And I remember like when the first smartphone started coming out, I'm pretty sure everyone had this thing as well. Like when we switched over from the clunky phones to the little, the touchscreen phones, and you plugged it in, and by the end of the day, when you had like 8% battery left, and you're kind of like, what? Where's my battery gone? It was not a nice feeling. Someone said EOS 2K. Are you saying EOS is going to $2,000? I think that'd be great. I would. He wants you to linguistically move. Okay, I see it now. He wants you to linguistically make love to XRP. For the sake of the channel and my sanity, I will not do that. I think, no, I really think XRP is a wonderful coin. It's just that the price doesn't move, and I don't know why. Like, it logically just doesn't make any sense. And I'll put it to you even like another way. Like, for the most logical way, like, we know that there are a lot of people who are into XRP. We know that there are statistically, probably mathematically less people who are into, let's say, like Tezos or BSV or even where's BitTorrent coin. But some of these coins still end up moving, and it's kind of like, why won't XRP move up? Thank you very much, Bugsy, once again for your donacion. I purchased a Cardano card from Crypto Supreme. Google it. Pretty cool, where you can load your Cardano on it. Is it like a debit card where you can like purchase stuff with it, or is it like a cold storage type thing? Because that does sound kind of cool. I like physical things. I don't know why. Someone said, where do you get these numbers from? EOS to 2K? You're kidding, right? I don't know. I mean, everything's possible. I think EOS would have a $2 trillion market cap, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around there. Yeah, just like a bit less. It'd be like $1.7 billion. Trillion dollars. Wait, trillion? Trillion. That'd be $1 trillion. I mean, in the future, if Bitcoin ends up being a $35 trillion market, it is not out of the realm of possibility for EOS to go from 500 to 1,000 and potentially 2,000. Not saying that it's going to. It's just more like it's not impossible. For those who get that joke, probably don't. It's an old Simpsons reference. What was the other thing that I wanted to talk about? Yeah, so we still have some bullishness going on in the cryptocurrency space. It's still nice to see this. I think, yeah, here's the other thing. I'm not going to even read through the entire thing. Mr. Charles Hoskinson said that if Shelley does not happen this year, he's going to eat his own shoe. I hope that we do not have a live Ask Me Anything from Charles Hoskinson where he is taking off his shoe, slicing it, and then eating it, because that'd be very bad. It seems like Shelley's going to happen relatively soon, but there's no real time frame for it, and that's what I think is kind of throwing a lot of people off. Like, I mean, saying your update is going to happen in 2019 is wonderful, but we still have like 7 months left in this year, so You gotta slim it down a little bit more than that. Someone said XRP will move once utility volumes kick in. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to preach to me. I'm definitely waiting for, I mean, I don't need all 24 banks that Ripple has partnered with who are going to be using XRP. Give me 4. Give me 4 names, and I think I'll be a bit more content. Someone said, I think you're too conservative. $5 billion per EOS. That sounds pretty believable to me. I can definitely see a $5 billion EOS. I don't even think we'll ever see a $5 billion Bitcoin. Can you imagine how many people would lose their mind? Can you imagine? Can you imagine a scenario where XRP ends up hitting like $35,000? How many people would be so upset with their life for not having bought at least like 10 XRP? Not financial advice. And I guess even more so, I definitely don't see XRP going to $35,000 per coin, regardless of what other people on the internet are saying. I saw somebody a couple days ago talking about that XRP is going to go to $10,000 per coin. Yeah, why not? I mean, why the fudge not? If it does, then I know a lot of people who will be incredibly rich, but until that moment. Someone said, how was your flu? I think it's gone. Do I sound fluish? I don't think I have any remnants of a cold anymore. Even like my throat thing is also kind of gone, which is nice. Someone said XRP is going to 0. Litecoin for the win. XRP 10K joke of the day. Check Digix DAO. I think I checked that last time. TMI, your thought on Ethereum staking reward, plus thought on Lubin's 1000x. People have interpreted that in different ways. I read 3 different things before I talked about that in the video. Joseph Lubin said that he expects the way that it is interpreted, Joseph Lubin said that he sees Ethereum doing a 1000x. He said Ether doing a 1000x. To me, as Ether is the coin, one would assume that he meant that the price of Ether was going to have a 1000x. And if math serves me correctly, that would be $162,000 per Ether. A lot of also people thought that he meant 1000x on the actual network, and therefore that's the movement that he meant for the actual network. I feel like he was definitely talking about Ether. Of course, I missed the... Hold on. Now I can't find the comment anymore. There we go. There we go. On the staking reward, I like it. I think it makes sense. I think it would be a mistake to have a higher inflation rate for Ether. I think a lot of people want a max cap on the amount of Ether. I don't think that's ever going to happen. A lot of people, I think Vitalik he's not against it, but he said he didn't think that it was something that people thought was important. So I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But I like that, I mean, air quotes, really air quotes, that you only need 32 Ether to be able to stake. It's not unobtainable, what have you, but it's better than the 1,000 Ether that people thought that they needed before, which would have been very, very restricting. Imagine having to have 1,000 Ether. It's $162,000 that you would need to be able to stake. I think 32 is a bit more welcoming, what have you. But I'm the moment, and I mean this year, I please don't take until December. I'd be very sad. I want proof of stake to happen on Ether. I'd jump to the moon, and I want Shelley proof of stake to finally happen on Cardano. Like, that is what I'm waiting for this year. I mean, backed and, RSX and Bitcoin futures and ETFs aside, like, really just these 2 projects, like, finally announcing, like, having that moment, hey, we did it, it's here, you can all use it. I'm very, very excited for that moment. Thank you very much once again, Bugsy, for your donation. Can you just give a blanket, not financial advice once, or do you always have to say it? Just curious. Can you just give a blanket, not financial advice once, or do you always have to say it? I don't get that. Can you give blanket financial advice once, or do you always have to say it? I don't understand what that means. Just like saying like advice once, or are you saying that I'm repeating financial advice, or should I just give general advice? Or, yeah, I don't really understand the wording of that. I do apologize. First of all, I try not to give any financial advice. It's more like a friendly crypto side chat about the happenings of the cryptocurrency space. That didn't make any sense, but you all understood that. Hopefully POS will happen soon. Yeah, like it's just really, I'm just waiting for these. They've been talking about it for so long. Like it's just, please release these things. He's saying you always repeat that it's not financial advice. Well, I do that for the people who are coming new into the channel. Like I see that the amount of people in the actual chat keeps going up and down. So it's kind of like a repeat. And I mean, okay, if you want to know why I do this, for those of you who are here, you will have my my words. It comes down to the fact that there was a situation in 2017 and also not even 2018, it was 2017. I told people, always do your own research, always. And this is not financial advice. I have to say this simply because a lot of people don't get that this isn't financial advice. I've had people who told me before that they put stuff into coins like explicitly because I said it, and I'm like, you really have to kind of do your own research. A lot of people don't get that, and I kind of reiterate it just to make sure that everyone kind of knows, because I have to disclaim that I do not have any diplomas, anything behind me that says that I am legally allowed to give you financial advice. So it's just something that has to be repeated, because there was a situation in 2017 where some people were announcing that they were not financial advisors and they were giving advice on like BitConnect. And we know exactly what happened to BitConnect. So yeah, that's kind of someone said this isn't financial advice unless you want it to be. I can't even comment on that. I just bought a pizza for 20,000 Bitcoin, but they're really big pizzas. I hope you get incredibly full off of that and don't cry in the future. To stake Cardano, how many coins? Apparently, from what I heard from Cardano people, they said like you need one. Not a joke. Like I checked around online. You can Google it. You can try and look for like type in like how many ADA to stake or how many Cardano to stake. Staking Cardano, like any type of combination of that. I was looking for a number. Apparently, people have heard Hoskinson say before in the past that you only need one. Not exactly sure how that would work out. I know they're also going to be like mining pools. What have you? Someone said there is no minimum. I assume you'd at least need one. Like if you have 0, you can't stake. Yeah. One stake. Yeah. I mean, I assumed it was around 10, maybe 10,000 ADA. But apparently it's not even that. Yeah. At the Modern Investor, in your opinion, a coin with 100x gains in the next bull run, whenever the bull run does happen, 100x gains. I'm expecting Bitcoin during the next bull run to at least hit 50,000. I want to say 65, 60,000. 50,000 seems very believable for, I mean, just the amount of institutions and the amount of money that we have now flowing into the space and who are waiting, not even waiting on the sidelines. We're kind of waiting also for the price movements to kind of go up. I can definitely see Bitcoin doing a 10x. Ethereum, people are talking about a $2,000 Ethereum. Something with 100x is kind of, I don't think anyone can foresee that far. I see XRP probably hitting anywhere from $5 to $8. I want to say maybe even a $10, simply because XRP was under a cent. And then it hit 360. It was I think that was 18,000% that XRP went up. It settled at 30 cents. I think a 10x to $3 is definitely going to happen. I don't know. I mean, 100x for any coin right now would be astronomical amount. Like that'd be completely insane. EOS. Yeah, maybe. I could see a $485 EOS. I could see that during after a round of really good news, actual usage, more coins being staked, more stuff being built on top of the platform. I could see that happening. I don't see a $7,100 Litecoin during the next bull run. Would that be 2,300? 10x 230. Yeah, that'd be 2,300. I don't know if Binance coin. I mean, listen. Binance Coin has surprised all of us during the last couple of months. I definitely see a $500 Binance Coin in the next bull run's future. Simply because this is ridiculous, everything that they're doing, especially for the usage of the coin. I can definitely see that happening. I don't know if I see a $2,300 Binance Coin. Stellar? Let's see. 10, 100. Is that a $10 Stellar? I could see a $10 Stellar. I think it's some of the coins that maybe have been hit the most. I could kind of see that. Like, I think Cardano with 100x would be $6, no? I could also see a $6 Cardano. We went from 120 to 4, 5. I could see a $5 Cardano. I could definitely maybe see a 6. I maybe mentioned before. I'm bullish on Cardano until around, not to say that I'm going to turn bearish on it at a certain point, but I can definitely see us hitting around $2.50 to $3. I don't think it's impossible to hit a $6 Cardano once we have a really crazy, like absolutely massive bull run. Tron 10.6. I could, man. Tron hit 25 cents before. I think that was the last previous all-time high. Someone said, "Are you a time traveler?" Yes, I am. I am the time traveler. I don't know if I see a $2 Tron. I can see a $1 Tron, definitely. I can see hype reaching ridiculous proportions and Tron definitely doing a 4 times from where it was before from its all-time high. But a $2 Tron, maybe that'd be $120 billion. If Bitcoin goes to $5 trillion during the next bull run, just throwing a crazy number out there, then I could see a 100x on Tron. Definitely, without a doubt. That means the entire market would be on fire. Like, everyone in the entire planet would be throwing as much money as possible into the cryptocurrency space. I would definitely see a 100x on Tron, a 100x on Cardano, definitely a 100x on EOS. I would see that $1,500 Litecoin. Tezos, no, maybe no. $100 Tezos. What was Tezos's? What was Tezos's last all-time high? No, I don't see, unless Tezos pulls off like the craziest thing in the entire world, going from his last all-time high of $594 to $100. That'd be a bit epic. But I have a strange feeling that a lot of other proof of stake coins are going to knock a lot of the Coinbase coins out of the race relatively soon. I feel, not to focus on Coinbase, but I feel like Coinbase has focused very heavily on coins that people didn't or don't really care about, and I think a lot of coins are going to be surpassing them relatively soon. Monero and Dash, I can't really see 100x. Tezos, IOTA, no, also not. I mean, maybe IOTA's just not really doing it at the moment. Thank you very much, Illinois, for a donation. Do you believe that XRP price is being suppressed? Before I get to your question, someone mentioned Ken. Yeah, Ken I can definitely see doing a proper 100x. I think that's going to definitely happen because the price is really low right now. Thank you very much, Patrick Young, for a donation. How much would XRP be potentially? Okay, I'm going to try and merge both of your questions. Thank you very much for the donation and your questions. Do you believe the XRP price is being suppressed? If you want my personal opinion, I think every coin right now is being suppressed in some sort of way. There's no way on this earth, no way, that Bitcoin should be below $10,000 right now, even just with the news that we know that other institutions are planning on getting into Bitcoin. No way that it should be below $10,000. I think every coin right now, based on whales, based on whatever, I don't know, news, New York so-and-so defendants talking about Tether, whatever the case might be, I think it's happening to every single coin. As far as XRP, it's tricky. because I've heard many different points of view, and I've heard many different people talking about exactly what they think is going on. People think that XRP may be in some type of narrow range or trying to actually break out, and this may be exactly what we're seeing, as far as a couple of months ago where Bitcoin was going like this and then trending completely sideways and then eventually shot up. People think that XRP could be experiencing some type of a movement like this where it's going to be pushed up. In my world, I try to think logically. I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. In a world where we know that Ripple, for a fact, we have documents, we have news, we have paperwork, we have on their blog, we have from these companies and these banks have announced that over 200 banks are partnering with Ripple, that over 50 central banks are partnering with Ripple, that the Fed approved of Ripple, like all these really amazing news. It seems like behind the scenes, something has to be happening that maybe we are just not in tune with. Maybe we're just not seeing, maybe some type of, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't use the word suppression, but I would definitely use the word manipulation for the entirety of the cryptocurrency market. I think that crypto has gotten so big that I think major investors are doing anything that they can, especially as we don't have any insider trading laws and stuff like that for cryptocurrency. I think they're doing as much as they possibly can. If you had millions and potentially billions of dollars as a wealthy investor, you made all your money in the stocks and stuff like that. You've been into crypto. You've been into the financial world for 20, 30 years. Like, all the major names, and you hear these people announce, we are getting into cryptocurrencies. We're going to be listing Bitcoin. We are definitely getting into XRP. We are so and so and so. We're integrating this. It sets off all these alarms in your head, and you go, I have to put as much money as possible into that. This is why when we see these like major Bitcoin whales selling off and or buying, I think every major coin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, maybe even some of the other coins like Nano and Dash, I think everything is forcefully being held back right now, maybe even just focusing on the top three, because it seems like they're going to have a very bright financial future, and I feel like everything is being held down so that they can accumulate as much as possible. This isn't even like a tinfoil hat thing. It logically makes sense. Even people on the channel, when prices are going down, people are like, that's great. I want to buy more. So it makes a lot more sense if you are a multimillionaire and or billionaire that you would want to gobble up and accumulate as much as humanly possible. I think all the coins right now are being pushed down. This is why I get frustrated sometimes, because none of these prices make any sense. XRP should not have been 30 cents for the last 3, 4, 5 months when we have proper clarification that it's going to be used. If we had no news that XRP was going to be used, I'd be like, well, XRP should be a cent. But the fact that we know that multiple banks around the world are going to be using XRP, even if we just focus on SBI and other crypto exchanges who are going to be listing or have listed XRP as an actual base pair, that's usage. We know that it's going to be used. There are other coins down here that move up and down for no apparent reason, even though we know that they're not going to be used, or never going to be used. They're not going to be a base pair in any cryptocurrency exchange. They don't have 200 bank partnerships. So without me getting any more heated on that topic, yes, I do believe all these prices and things like that are being held down. Got to scroll back a bit. I definitely lost my placing in the actual comment section. Yes, it's definitely being suppressed. Thank you very much, Patrick Young, once again. How much would XRPP, how much would XRP be potentially? What time frame would you like? I will give you time frames. During the next bull run, I would assume, logically, we are definitely going to get back over 360 where we were before. Just logical. I think we're going to get over a $10 XRP over the next 2 to 3 years. I think 2019 is a very, very important year, because we're getting 2020 is expected to be this massive, hyper crazy, insane year for not only Bitcoin, but the entire cryptocurrency space. We're moving into the point where less Bitcoin are going to be around, more institutions and more companies and more so and so are going to be getting into the cryptocurrency space. They're all going to be, by 2020, we will have the New York Stock Exchange, we will have NASDAQ, we will have Fidelity, we will have all these amazing, crazy things floating around the cryptocurrency space. At that point, XRP and hopefully the other 24 banks who we're supposed to be hearing from will have used XRP, or going to be using XRP, or whatever the case might be by the end of this year, something XRP. XRP should logically, within the next 2 to 3 years, and I give you until the year 2022, should logically be over $15, $20. It should be well past that. If we have all the news that we had before being true and usage and yada, 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 and coin burn, XRP should easily be over $15 to $20 within the next couple of years. That's at least how I am gauging everything. I mean, even I think it'll happen before the next 3 years, but I think, yeah, we're setting ourselves up for something really good. Thank you very much, Bugsy, once again for your donation. Great show, but I gotta go. My 5-year-old twins are calling. Please put your Tezos address and I'll send you some. Enjoy Game of Thrones. Thank you very much. I know you're not here, but I send you a digital wave. Maybe you see that in some sort of way. Thank you very much, Tioman Island, for your donation. Is it possible that proof of stake will be a failure for Ethereum? I think anything is a possibility. I think, rather, I'm going to put it to you this way. They've been working on proof of stake for a good 2.5 years. If they don't get this right, my opinion, Ethereum deserves to fall apart. They've been working on this for an enormous amount of time. As of right now, the way that I think it and the way that I think that they're going to do it, the implementation as far as what they're talking about doing, is having a proof of work, proof of hybrid type of system. We all know this. Yes, got it. I think they're doing this just in case the proof of stake aspect freezes, falls apart, whatever the case might be, that they can kind of switch back over to proof of work again. I hope for their sake that over the last 2.5 years that they've gotten it correct, because it should go off without a hitch. I assume that the last year, at least, they've been doing any type of test nets, whatever the case they need to do to see exactly that it's going to work. It could be a failure. Yes, it could completely fall apart. It might not work. It might cause centralization in the network. There are 1,001 things that could potentially happen. I hope that it works out for them. And I think the way that it's gearing up, especially because of the amount of people who are into Ether heavier than they are into Bitcoin, that I think is going to be a massive success. And this is at least just my opinion, how I feel on it. Thank you very much, Davis, for your donation. Says, remember, Ripple is the company, not the coin. XRP, that's why it's not going up. Right, but the point is that we know for a fact, you can Google this, we know that Ripple, the company, has announced that banks around the world are going to be using XRP, the cryptocurrency. A lot of people who don't like Ripple and or XRP focus on the fact that there are banks who are using Xcurrent, there are banks who are signing on to Xcurrent, there are banks who talked about in the future that they're going to be using Xcurrent. They forget the fact that we have concrete news that Brad Garlinghouse and other people from Ripple have said that they're going to be using the XRP token, that they're going to be using and utilizing XRapid. That's where the entire change comes in. A lot of people who don't really like them, I don't know if they confuse the entire thing altogether. Maybe they see Ripple, XRP, XRapid, and Xcurrent as the entire same thing. Like, we know, or rather we have heard and have been told that they're going to be using XRP. That's the difference. That's what makes the entire thing so weird, because we know and have been told that they're going to be using the token. If we had differentiated and said, okay, well, you know, they're all going to be using Xcurrent, it's the same exact thing with IOTA. Where's IOTA? There we go, right here. IOTA's at number 16. When IOTA first came out, people screamed at me because people said that IOTA was going to beat XRP. Everyone was like, the Tangle's great, the so-and-so, it's so fast. The last like 38 partnerships that IOTA has had, they're only using their blockchain / Tangle. No one has mentioned that they're going to be using their token. That's where the difference lies. Is that everyone is constantly like, yeah, we're going to be using their Tangle because it's great speed, so and so, but no one has been like, hey, we're just using Ripple's tech. They all have announced that they're using XRP / XRapid, and even more on top of that is that we know that the entire plan, the Ripple team has told us that eventually banks are all supposed to be streamlined onto XRP, and also you can use XRP through Xcurrent. Like, this is where the entire difference comes from. Right. Scrolling down. Thank you very much, Mexican Charlie Lee, for your donation. Do you think LTC can hit 1K end of year? It needs a hope and a prayer at this point. If we get a bull run, I don't know. No. I don't think so. What we would need is for Bitcoin to be over 50,000. I think when Bitcoin passes by 20,000, this is my prediction, I think we're going to see like a suction start to form just around Bitcoin, and I think a lot of people are going to start throwing their money into Bitcoin because we're getting price predictions that the next bull run, take these how you may, that Bitcoin is going to go anywhere from 50,000, 100,000 to around $250,000. These are very astronomical numbers, and I think a lot of people will not want to miss out on this. I think eventually we will, yes, see a $1,000 Litecoin, but if we get to a $50,000 Bitcoin, I expect even other major coins to start to drop down because the money is going to be thrown directly into Bitcoin. That's not to say that these other coins, altcoins, will not also be going up as well. $300 Litecoin last time. I'm expecting by the end of this year, if we get a $50,000 Bitcoin, to have at least a $450 to $600 Litecoin. I think next year, if we can have a continuation of a bull run up, a $1,000 Litecoin is definitely going to happen at some point, which is kind of insane because Litecoin was $4 I think it was $3 or $4 in 2017. Should have stocked up a little bit more back then. Yeah, my gosh, okay. I had to scroll down a lot. Trying to read through some of the comments. Someone said $500 Omise go in the next bull run. We need... Where is it? The Omise Go team needs to announce that they have completed plasma. That's what's kind of holding back Omise Go. At least in my opinion. They don't release news as often. The Omise Go team announced many times before. They don't believe in releasing news once a week or every single day because they're not trying to hype up the coin. They're doing what they're doing diligently behind the scenes. But we know that they are working on plasma. I think they had it was a blog post on Medium or something months ago, 2-3 months ago, where they were talking about the actual implementation and then building up plasma. When plasma comes out and Omise Go and Ethereum are capable of doing 1 million transactions per second, that sets you apart very, very far from everyone else. Even if you can do, 10, 15, 20,000 transactions per second, 1 million is a very large number. Someone said, "Why are you bullish on IOTA?" I'm not. Like I like the project, but like I said, they're working with major companies, and none of these companies have announced that they're going to be using the token. I liked IOTA and had some at some point, but they're not definitely not like hyper bullish on IOTA. Like the only coins that I'm like on a scale of like 1 to 10, 9 being like hyper bullish all the way to 10, it's on Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. As far as like a 7.5 to like an 8.9 bullish, it's EOS, Binance Coin, and Cardano. And then the tier below that would be Litecoin, Stellar, and then Omise Go. And then after that, it's like a lot of other coins. Like I assume eventually Tron will be doing well, but Tron will probably not be a part of my portfolio. I mean, listen, just because I don't hold it doesn't mean you shouldn't be looking into it. I mean, one day we may have a $15 Tron. Congrats to you. It is just not something that I will be investing in. Someone said Cardano $20 within 5 years. Could be possible. Hoskinson said that he thinks that, or rather, he said that he would like for Cardano to be the first, I think, $1 trillion blockchain. I mean, reach for the stars, go for it. Like do whatever you think is right for your life. Thank you very much, James Jeffries, for a donation. Do you think 5,000 XRP is a good 10-year hold? Thanks for being such a big part of my day. I listen to everything you make while I'm trucking. Make sure to good. Okay, first of all, pay attention to the road. Don't look down at your screen or anything like that. Thank you very much for listening to me. I really thank you very much. Do you think 5,000 XRP is a good 10-year hold? Yes. I think even a good 5-year hold is very good. I'm extremely bullish, and I believe that the next couple of years, if everything that we have heard is true, will be very, very great for XRP. I'm not sure if I necessarily believe in the $10,000 per XRP price predictions. I do believe at some point, if XRP, I'll put it to you this way. if we have 24 banks by the end of this year using XRP, if we know that the SBI thing has completely launched, if we know that multiple crypto exchanges are going to be using XRP, if the XRP burn continues to accelerate over the next 2 or 3 years, I think we will eventually, this is just my opinion, see a $15 to $20 XRP. But even further than that, if the success is solidified and more banks around the world are trying to use XRP because of what they're doing, I think we could eventually see a $100 XRP. I don't have a time frame for you, but the math is kind of there. The time frame is kind of there. It's just more of if everything kind of goes off without a hitch and we have all of the actual partnerships and everything coming to fruition and the actual usage being there. Thank you very much, Adept1, for your donation. Ladies and gentlemen, plan to hold for the next 3 to 5 years unless you trade. CNBC chose BTC as the second to outperform all stocks. Google it. Disney is the first. BTC as the second to outperform all stocks. I don't disagree with that at all. Like even like a really good year with stocks, like a really good year, you can make like 25% on certain things. Like crypto goes up like on really like on bull runs. We go by thousands of percent over the course of months. Like the way, I mean, how I wish I had a time machine so I could just show everyone the future. The way that this is all leading up for me, Bitcoin hitting $50,000 is an obvious at this point. When we hit these crazy all-time highs, I'm waiting desperately, and it's very difficult to wait this much. For a $100,000 Bitcoin, you think crypto's not going anywhere now? Crypto would never leave the face of this earth. That'll cause so many people to throw their money into the cryptocurrency space. You would. I can't even put it into words. It's just a matter of when. And this is once again stemming from my not frustration. It's more just annoyance with the SEC and the CFTC. I think if we had backed already, if we had physical Bitcoin futures, if we had all these things already, I think Bitcoin would be at least 15 to 20,000 right now. There's no way on this earth. I saw people talking about that when Bakkt and then when NASDAQ and when Fidelity and all this other stuff completely fully launch, that Bitcoin is going to go down in price. And I wanted to shake them because that makes no sense. When you have the largest financial institutions in the entire world when the moment they announce these things that they're actually going to happen, we've seen when we thought Bakkt was going to launch because we thought that we were going to have the clarification from the CFTC, prices went up by like 5 or 6% the day before. Imagine when they actually do launch and we see these physical Bitcoin futures passing back and forth and there's billions of dollars flowing back and forth just between the actual futures and people sending Bitcoin back and forth between themselves. How many other institutions around the world, if you think that it's just the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ are the only people who are trying to get into cryptocurrency right now, everyone is waiting. Everyone's waiting for these things to launch so that they can announce their own launching for it as well. It's going to be glorious, and I'm waiting for every single part of it. I think the thing that I'm most waiting for, and I want to see a 100,000 Bitcoin this year. I don't know. It's a long stretch. Next year, I would like to see a 100,000 Bitcoin, and at that point, I think, I mean, we've just made history at that point. Someone said 100,000 XRP. I mean, listen, if you go for it. If you go for it. Did you see the last bull run? Yeah, I don't know if that was geared towards me. I assume it was. I've been in the crypto space since like 2013, 2014. So I've seen all the ups and downs and stuff like that. Crypto and beer shipmate. Thank you very much for the donation. You're on while I drive Uber and no one comments. No way. That's absolutely insane. I met someone a couple of weeks ago who told me that they play me. It's kind of weird that they play my videos because they're like a kindergarten teacher. So their kids hear it. And I was like, I didn't expect kindergartners to be hearing my voice. I mean, they probably don't understand anything that I'm saying. And I mean, the teacher is probably just trying to have some type of entertainment. But that's absolutely insane. Tell all of your... what do you call someone who drives in an Uber? An Uberer? An Uber passenger. Tell them I said hello. if they ever end up hearing me sometime in the future. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about, not to give him, you know, a crazy amount of spotlight, but Mr. McAfee is back again in the news. McAfee has announced that his Bitcoin debit card could soon be released. I wish him the best of luck. For those who didn't see it about a week or two ago, John McAfee announced that, what was it? He said that he knew the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. And then he was like, for a whole week, he said, I know the identity of Nakamoto and I'm going to release it. And then he was like, it's someone who you see all the time. It's someone who you've seen on. So he was like dropping clues every single day. And then by the end of the week, he was like, he said that he wasn't going to do it because he was afraid of like retaliation from Nakamoto. A lot of characters in the cryptocurrency space. John McAfee is definitely one of them. I mean, I think there was also wait. I think there was also a McAfee coin. Nope, not anymore. There was a there were three hyper bulls in the cryptocurrency space who released their own coins. I assume they are no more. But he was definitely one of those people. So I mean, go for it, dude. If you can add extra liquidity to the cryptocurrency market and you can allow people to use their cryptocurrency to go buy some diapers, go for it. No one's gonna be upset at you. I think that is gonna do it for this video. It is 8 p.m. I am quite hungry. I'm gonna have a pizza to celebrate my 1000th video. There was not a point at all where I ever thought I would have 1,000 videos. Like, it's completely insane. Like, I remember making some of my other videos and I think I had like 83 videos and I was like, well, I'll get to 200 eventually. Lo and behold, it's absolutely insane. I thank every single one of you, every single one individually, for watching, listening, supporting, going with me through my coffee days, my flu days, my days where I'm exhausted and tired, my annoyed days, like every single bit of it. Here's hopefully to the next 1,000 videos. Hopefully we continue to have, for what it's worth as well, this year we've only had really good news. The only negative news that we've had has been the delays. You can't delay forever, even like we've seen from the New York Stock Exchange. Like, they're also applying for a New York license to kind of get around the CFTC. We've only had very good news this year. It is only going to get better. I think every single one of you, I hope you all have a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever in this crazy world you might be. I hope it's absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you all once again for watching and listening. I do appreciate every single ounce of support. And yeah, I will be talking to every single one of you soon. See you.